Reopening of economies around the world as a result of large-scale rollouts of vaccines against the COVID-19 pandemic saw a sharp increase in demand for oil and a subsequent increase in price of oil per barrel. Since the increase in the global price of crude oil, there has been expectations that the retail pump price of fuel will rise following an increase in landing cost of petrol and claims of full deregulation of the sector by the government. Subsidy on premium motor spirit may have gone up to 500 billion naira, with decisions by the government to leave pump price of products unchanged in the first 5 months since it announced the deregulation of the sector, despite rising oil prices in the international market. There seems to be a return to the petrol subsidy era, since the incessant increase in the price of global crude oil have pushed the landing cost of imported fuel closer to the current prices of the product in Nigeria. Well, I have live to discuss this more. Of course, the role of IPMAN in the distribution of petroleum products and the challenges they face at this time. He's the national president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Elder Chinedu Okoronkwo. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, first and foremost, having you in the studio, we need to talk about what's happening in the PMS market. What's been playing out with all of these price issues, landing cost issues, NNPC's intervention? Take us through how this has affected business.
Yeah, really, it's not been easy. The business is really tough right now, but I think by the time everything is gotten through with the stakeholders, especially the labor, I believe this business needs to be deregulated. That way, there will be a direction on how people to move and do this business without any hindrance. I believe the country is going a lot of process. Having this product is not easy, but I know the government is doing everything so as to allow seamlessly for masses not to have problem having this product. We should commend them for that, but the only way out is to deregulate this business and allow the market forces to be the determinant of this business moving forward.
So you are in support of deregulation, but some say that marketers could also take advantage of deregulation. Can you talk about that?
Well, if you have been following our position on this matter, is that this business needs to be deregulated, because a situation where you don't know what will be the next line of reasoning of the market. You know, it doesn't give a clear direction on how people should plan their program and do what they're supposed to do their numbers, know what is coming up, how to manage everything. The business is just a chaotic situation. But I believe by the time there is a straightforward way of following this business, a lot of things will happen. There will be serious investment into this sector. There will be a lot of refinery. Right now, 99% or even 100% of what we use in this country is imported. How do we make progress? It's not possible. The money the government of this country ought to have been using for other sectors is used in deregulation. I mean in subsidy. It doesn't speak well. The economy is suffering. But by the time you allow this business, allow the system to control itself, there will be unleashing of investment into this sector. A lot of people are now beginning to build modular refinery, but if you see their configuration, they are not putting PMS into serious attention, because the business of PMS is still controlled. It's just like any other commodity. This pampering of PMS is also not healthy for the sector to grow. For us in IPMAN, we believe by the time you deregulate, small modular refineries, big refineries like Dangote, like Bua is also planning about 200 barrel in Calabar. Dangote will soon flag off. You know, a lot of things will begin to happen in this sector. The price will even come down, because in this system we are now, the template alone, where you begin to look at the freight rates, the lightning expenses, insurance, MPA, NAMISA, jetty throughput, storage charge, finance, and even warehousing of the product. This has contributed into the price hike. But by the time you remove all these things, the market will find this level, the water will find this level, and people will begin to do this business seamlessly without any problem. 2 weeks ago, I was in Kwale, where pretty soon one refinery will come up, Park Refinery. They have done about 95% of their construction. We must encourage such investment. But when we don't want to allow this thing, a lot of people will not bring in their investment. Those doing it now just trying the market. But I believe by the time this subsidy or whatever it's called is removed, people will now know how to do this business. And there will be an injection of activities in the sector moving forward. Thank you. Let
me also follow up with issues around margins. I see that margins have also been reduced one way or the other. That's for marketers. How is that also affecting you and your members?
I can tell you for sure we don't even have any profit. We're just hanging in there. We were earlier buying this product maybe for 2 million naira with 10 naira margin. Now, this product is close to 6 million with the same 10 naira. How do you break even? It's not possible. But we're just hoping that one day, with the passage of this PIB bill, a lot of things will be clear. And I believe we'll make progress. But the situation where we think we cannot change the status quo, it doesn't speak well for the economy, it doesn't speak well for us as independent marketers. We believe by the time this thing is removed, everything will now begin to fall in place. You will now program your business and know how you're moving with it. For now, there is nothing you could call margin for us, you know.
That's really worrisome. Okay, a little bit away now. We'll come back again to issues because it's really burning issues in the oil and gas sector. I also read through your congratulations on the Supreme Court and all of that, talking about the leadership of IPMAN. I congratulate you. Take us through how it has been and where we stand at the moment with issues around IPMAN, activities of IPMAN since you've been the president, national president. Okay, did you get my question?
Thank you for... come again, please. I didn't get you.
Okay, I was congratulating you. I know it's been a while. The Supreme Court case declaring you as the valid national president of IPMAN. I said, how has it been after that and the activities of IPMAN? How have you been running it?
Well, it's not easy. I want to thank you for congratulating me first. But you see, this country, a lot of people are taking things for granted, being considered as deviants. The Supreme Court of the land is the highest court. And after Supreme Court, one would have expected that people shouldn't be a bad loser. The position of the law is very straight. We won in that Supreme Court. And since then, the people we defeated in the Supreme Court have been causing a lot of problem in the system. But I believe pretty soon the law will have its course. And no one is above the law. They should know that this country have law. It's not a banana republic where people who ought not to disturb the system are disturbing the system. And for us in IPMAN, we are we are hoping that the law will have a course pretty soon, because we have started the process of invoking the law necessarily.
That's a good one. But you know, peace is also key. Are there consultations in trying to also make peace so that everybody could come together and work for the progress? Independent marketers play a key role in this country. You are in the nooks and crannies of the country. You're not like the major marketers. So we need the association to be at peace.
I want to tell you that immediately we had the pronouncement from the Supreme Court in 2018. Quickly, we put up a committee to reconcile everybody. I can tell you at least 90% of members are together now.
Good.
Those who were the other side, they came back and embraced peace, and we'll be moving. But a tiny number of these people who feel that maybe they are above the law, they are the one doing this thing. But I can tell you that 90% of our members are very, very steadfast, and we're working together.
So, any message for your members before we move back into our distribution of fuel issue? What are you telling your members at this time with regards to the stance of the union, with regards to the leadership of the union?
Yeah, my message is very simple. We must work as a team to bring this association, to bring back our business. Now government is now giving us a lot of opportunity in oil and gas, especially in gas, to deepen the gas utilization in this country. Right now we are working with NNPC, Petroleum Equalization Fund, on how to make gas an alternative. A situation where we are quarreling. Some people might not know what they are doing to the association and doing to our business. So my message is that all hands must be on deck. This is the time to work together and bring peace and make sure IPMAN is one.
You touched on that very sensitive thing, Petroleum Equalization Fund. There was a time we were talking about scrapping that and all of that. What is IPMAN going to say around that as we move towards the regulation?
Let me tell you,
yes,
there are things that unite this country. A situation, the man in Kaura Namoda is buying a product maybe 400 naira. Then maybe the man in Lagos is picking it for 200 naira. It's not healthy. That is why for us in IPMAN, we are looking at a situation where petroleum equalization will be allowed to function and ensure that there is this equitable pricing in Nigeria. It might not be the same 100%, but let the disparity not be too wide. Even in Coca-Cola, where you have, they do the internal equalization, with the price you have Coca-Cola in Aba is the same price you have Coca-Cola in Lagos. Such thing can also be applied in all these things. And that is why now they have brought a collaboration in this gas, where they will make gas get to each nooks and cranny. You know, they are fund managers. They have also agreed with us in writing on how to help us achieve this idea of having gas in every nooks and cranny. Remember, we control over 80% of the Nigerian population in this oil and gas sector. We have over 80% distribution network in this country. So, and the petroleum equalizer, having been there with us, know all the nooks and cranny where our member stations are. That is why we have chosen them as a very serious partner in this program of making gas available in this country, in Nigeria.
Gas is very key at this time, even as we look at deregulation, so we can look towards that angle. Now, import issues, NNPC still remains the sole importer of PMS at the moment. I don't see the market. I'm looking, when do we expect marketers to start to engage in importation? How soon will that happen?
I think the labor and the government, they are still talking. By the time they get their discussion tied up, a lot of things will open up. An NPC is not craving to be the sole importer, but I think necessity have brought that to them, and they have also given us the whole assurance. What they are doing is to make sure that there is no scarcity in the system. By the time this subsidy and everything is removed, the market will open and a lot of things will begin to happen. Thank you.
So almost wrapping up now, you talked about PIB, and the both houses promised that maybe by April something could happen with PIB. Now let's talk a little bit about some positives for regards to your end of the market. What are the positives of PIB, even looking at the entirety of the entire oil and gas market?
I think I've told you earlier when we started, the PIB will give direction on how this business will be executed in this country. Now, a lot of investors are still waiting. By the time this PIB is passed, it will give direction. This downstream sector, especially where I operate, will open up because there will be unleashing of activities. Refineries will grow, modular refinery, big refinery, oil and gas sector will have a new turn. Just like what happened in telecommunication industry. I think it's going to happen again in this oil and gas. By the time this PIB is passed and the way of doing business is properly defined, we will make progress and there will be assurance again and the surging of nerves of this economy that is seriously in tatters now.
Okay, but finally, your members are not having any issue with regards to supply at the moment. Nothing like supply issues at the moment.
No, nothing like that. NNPC is doing a lot of job making sure that this thing. But the only area I will have to chip in is that marketers should be giving their product, not putting it in tank farm, where we'll now begin to be a second, playing a second fiddle in this dispensation. They can choose maybe within each of the states, 100 marketers, give them this thing, not putting it in one place. It will encourage diversion of this product, because the other day the GMD was talking about this product being taken out of this country, and it's true. But by the time you now profile each of the states, maybe 100 marketers that are serious, it will be very, very difficult to take it out because there will be proper monitoring. I think that is the way to go.
What about the online platform that was introduced by PPMC? I hope that is not causing any issues anymore. At the time in this Western zone, they had some challenges with that, but it was later sorted out.
For now, it's a new thing that is on board. We're learning and we're making progress. But I think by the time my idea of selecting 100 marketer per state, it will make a lot of difference. The effort of an NPC will be seen. It will reduce taking this product outside Nigeria. Now, what we're also doing, we are collaborating with other organizations, both in Army, Navy, Custom, even outside Nigeria, Ghana, because we have discovered that some of these products get out there. So we're also talking with the National Assembly on how to stop some of these things, because when the economy is bleeding, the hope everybody is in trouble. So we in IPMAN, we're also making everything to help government based on our belief that this country is a country where we have to develop it and make progress. We have no other place to go. Thank you.
I think it's a good way to leave it. We have no other place to go. I agree with you, Other Chinedu Koronkwo, a national president of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN. Thank you very much for spending your afternoon with us on this show. We appreciate it. We hope to have you subsequently to talk more about activities in the sector.
Thank you, Mr. Turo. I can't thank you enough for having me.
All right, sir.